Macho Madness, yeah.
Anyway, hey guys, Brett Mix here from Macho Wrestling 101. Hit like and subscribe if you like my videos. I do history of wrestling videos every single day, and I stay up to date with Raw, Smackdown, pay-per-views, so you'd be doing me a good service if you hit the subscribe button. I obviously am trying to grow the channel, so that would be great. We have to do Friday Night Smackdown review tonight from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, October 27th, 2023. Just 8 days before Crown Jewel, where LA Knight will challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed World Universal WWE Heavyweight Championship. I believe that I named all the names right there. Further than that, we have John Cena and Solo Sikoa, as People Magazine apparently has come out with. So SmackDown announcer Michael Cole makes sure that the WWE Universe knows that that's what a match that's taking place. Right off the get-go, Mr. 1053 Days starts to come out with Paul Heyman as Roman Reigns comes to the ring. And the ring announcer says, with Paul Heyman, and calls him the wise man Paul Heyman. I have a funny theory about this. When they did the WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, they did the Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns did the whole you think I'm funny like a clown, I'm funny, I amuse you, from Goodfellas, and they always call each other wise guys in that movie. And the fact that the film Goodfellas was actually going to be called Wise Guys. So I really think Paul Heyman might have took that term from the movie and made it stick. I think that's what happened anyway. But Paul Heyman is known as the wise guy now, or the wise man. I think that's awesome, but I think it's just a theory. LA Knight comes out mid-entrance, and this is hilarious because Roman Reigns is all about being acknowledged, and he's interrupted by LA Knight's promo or entrance music, and he comes out halfway down the aisle, and he walks to the ring first for the contract signing because there's Matt on the canvas, so it's time for the contract signing. So that takes place, and Roman Reigns has a look on his face like, I can't believe you have the audacity to do that to me. I can't believe this. And Heyman has an even funnier facial expression. LA Knight comes into the ring though, and he's as over as ever. LA Knight takes the head of the table spot too. He sits at the very head of the ring at the table, and Heyman is just telling Roman to chill. LA Knight says that Roman is going to do this and that. He talks trash, so he signs the contract and gives it to Roman. And Roman, before he's about to sign, Paul Heyman throws the pen away and gives him a new pen. And Roman says, "Hey, idiot," and then says, "No, not you, Milwaukee, but you." And then so he burns the crowd. I love that Roman trash talk. And this is where in my notes I wrote, and I'm not kidding either, I wrote, this is the point in the show where I wrote this in my notes, my SmackDown notes. I wrote, I love Roman's trash talking, but I can't get over that this is the same guy that said SUKATASH. I am not kidding either. I wrote that, and 2 minutes later, LA Knight references SUKATASH, the Roman Reigns promo that was awful when he was a babyface back in early 2015. I mentioned SUKATASH in my SmackDown notes, and not even a minute later, he references it. What are the chances? There's been so many episodes of Raw and SmackDown since that aired, and this is one of the only times I've mentioned SUKATASH. And in the same promo, a minute later, LA Knight burns him for mentioning SUKATASH. I believe the promo went something like, "You are one sniveling piece of SUKATASH, son," or something like that. And then he also said, "You have doggy-doo for brains." And then he went, then he went, "That wasn't hard. I know, that was hard to say." And then he winks at the camera. He did a ton of cringy-ass shit. But my God, I can't believe he meant LA Knight referenced SUKATASH. It got a good laugh in the crowd too, and Roman had to hate it. Oh man. So anyway, the segment got physical as we all thought it would. Jimmy Uso gets put through the table as he came out, called an audible, and he got put through the table. Next, Mysterio was supposed to be in a match, but he just watched from backstage as Carlito stood in for him with Santos Escobar to take on the Street Profits. The LWO were in control. Things go out to the outside in the match, and of course, because the action went outside, we go to a commercial. Cole says the Profits have been in control as Lashley has given them some good advice during the commercial break. That's nice. We would have liked to have seen that. But, you know, since every single match has to go to a commercial break after the first minute, God forbid a match go outside the ring for just a second. We have to go right to commercial. They can't fit it in any other thing, but who's complaining? Big shot by Escobar and Angelo Dawkins. Carlito gets the hot tag, goes to work on both Profits. Big near fall as Ford kicks out. Carlito looked for the backstabber. Montez countered it into an inside cradle. Carlito kicks out. He hits a swinging neck breaker for a near fall as Dawkins broke it up. The pin count anyway. Escobar, the legal man now, is Ray watched from backstage. Then Ray is jumped by Logan Paul backstage. Escobar says he's got this as Carlito was watching on the Titantron what was happening to Ray, so Carlito ran to the back to help Ray. Escobar missed his mark and the Street Profits double team Escobar with the revelation for the tag team victory, as it was basically 2-on-1. At just 10 minutes, including commercials, I gave this match 2 stars. Logan Paul does some doofus activity on the microphone, takes it out of the ring announcer or the backstage announcer's hands. More trash talking goes on. Kevin Owens is involved. They go at it a little bit. And then Chelsea Green goes at it next with Shotzi in a match. Shotzi got the victory there, much to the grin of Piper Niven, who wasn't too happy with it. I rated this match a star. She got a big drop kick, but she was showboating, and that's when Shotzi got the roll-up of Doom to finish her. Next, we had a good promo with Cena, who has another serious tone, just like last week when it looked like he was retiring. But this week, Cena is really showing you the sentimental side. Cena's talking about why he has to win, and I like the fact that they're at least giving a reason for Cena if he wins at Crown Jewel. I like the fact that they're doing that. Then Cena was getting really emotional with the crowd and serious, and it wasn't forced or contrived. It sounded legit and real. And like Cena can do, he can only, and that's what Heyman will eventually come out to say, is that Cena has such a good job connecting to the audience, saying his true feelings. And Heyman came out, and these two just kind of fascinating promo back and forth. They have the gift of gab, do these two, and they made you believe in this match that's upcoming that it's very important, and that Solo Sikoa will take away Cena's greatest asset, his voice, with the Samoan Spike. So yeah, great storytelling, great promo by both Cena and Heyman. I'm sure that's one of the top promos of the year. Probably it will be looked back as. CageMatch.net, they always have promos ranked each year. I'm sure that one will be a high ranking. Next, after that segment, Heyman, I did write down that Heyman makes you believe no matter what the feud is, or who the rivalry is, or what person he's accompanying, whether it's Lesnar, Reigns. He finds new ways to say the same thing, and he does it in such a captivating way. It's really underrated, and it can't be understated either. Anyway, LA Knight cuts a good promo backstage, and he only uses the "yeah" once, which is great. He doesn't want to. You don't want to overuse that term, but he does it at the end, which is the perfect spot for it. And holy, is he ripped! He had the shirtless backstage promo before the match, before his main event with Jimmy Uso. Non-main event Jimmy Uso, even though he's in the main event tonight. Dragon Lee took on Cedric Alexander. Pretty decent match as Dragon Lee hit a double stomp to the abdomen. Both men went to their feet after a pinfall attempt. Seesaw matchup back and forth. Dragon Lee looked for an impaler of sorts and got an inverted DDT and the 3 count with the Ultimo Dragon-like maneuver. I rated this match 2.5 stars between Dragon Lee and Cedric Alexander. They shake hands and hold each other's hands up high after the end of the match. Then Bianca Belair comes out for a bit and talks about how she's consumed with anger and vengeance on her mind after watching what Bayley and the Damage Control did to her, and how she'll take care of Bayley next week. And Bianca got a pretty good promo out of it. Bayley talked trash from backstage. Next up, we had the main event between LA Knight and Jimmy Uso. This is the show before the go-home show. The fans chant, "Jay is better." And that's got to get to him, Jimmy. Or maybe it doesn't, but he played it like it did. He played it like it does. Jimmy tries to get an Uso chant going, but LA Knight clobbered him. LA Knight is gaining exposure as the next big thing, with the fans fully behind him. Is this a match a good thing for him versus Roman? Only time will tell. Knight with tons of offense. The fans get in on the whoa. Or not whoa. The fans get in on the whoa with all his moves and spots, with all his offensive maneuvers, and then he hits a side Russian leg sweep, and then they go, yeah. And then also the kicks in the corner, yeah. After each kick, like Austin's Watts, with whenever he'd stomp somebody in the corner. Knight kicks out of the Uso splash. Jimmy says one more, but LA Knight says no as he springs up from the canvas to the top rope for a superplex and leaps off and then hits a BFT for the victory. Afterwards, Roman came out, but LA Knight dropped Roman with a BFT as well. Fans chant his name. I give that match 2 stars and 3/4. It was great. Overall, this is nothing great on this episode other than the Cena Heyman promo. The opening segment was fun and good. The SUKATASH reference was great. The main event was so-so. No great matches on the show, but good matches and good story, and it did a good build. So I give the SmackDown episode a 6 out of 10. Nothing, again, most SmackDowns in the last month or two have been 6 out of 10, around there. We might see a classic with some decent promos, or we might see a classic promo with some decent matches. That's what we had tonight. Definitely not a sucking of Sukatash. It was a great show. Anyways, hit like and subscribe for Macho Wrestling 101 Macho Madness. If you want to see more of my reviews, or if you just want to help me out, hit subscribe. That'd be awesome. And we'll see you on the next review, Monday Night Raw. And I'll see you, of course, with the match of the day tomorrow and another WrestleMania review. I'll be reviewing WrestleMania 39. I've reviewed the last 38 in the past couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. Alright, I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out. Thanks for watching this SmackDown review.